So,
okay.
Top, how many?
This one,
12? Yeah, 12 tips for traveling to the Grand Canyon that we've realized and learned somewhat the hard way.
So we want to share it with the world.
Yes. So 12 is sometimes you just have to fake seeing the Little Dipper so you can go to bed.
Yep. So we were outside. We had a campfire with a whole bunch of people, and then there was this one guy who was convinced that he saw the Little Dipper, but it was like the Big Dipper was over there, and then he was like, "Oh, look at the Little Dipper over here," and I was like, "No, that is not how that works." But he was convinced that was what was going on.
He had also had like 3 boxed wines, those little like Kroger things. Yeah. So
we pretended that he was right so we could go to bed.
Because it was really late and we planned on getting up at like 5 the next day. Yeah. So that, yeah.
So case in point, sleep is important.
Yeah. Number 11, be real with where you're at. It's a very big deal.
Yeah. Which basically just means being honest, especially the Grand Canyon, because it's actually a pretty extreme environment. So you want to make sure that like you don't die of heat stroke. So that means being like, hey, I need to take a break. Yeah, just don't be dumb, basically. Be really honest. Number 10, desert weather is super cold and super hot.
Yeah.
Which sounds really obvious, but it actually really, really is that way.
Don't be the idiot like me and bring a sleeping bag that's only good for 55-degree weather. When it gets down to 30 degrees at night, you will freeze your butt off.
Yeah, and make sure you have sweatshirts. I thought I was crazy because I had a sweatshirt and a flannel and a pullover, and I was like, I'm never going to need this. Definitely did. Yeah. Bring warm things.
Because you'll use them at the top of the canyon, you'll use them at night, you'll want them.
Yeah, it's a cold up there. 9 is elevation makes a huge difference. Also sounds super obvious, but if you haven't been at a high elevation before, it's actually really hard to breathe when the elevation's really high. Like, I ran to throw out some in the trash, and I was like, that's not normal.
No. But yeah, the elevation change from the bottom of the canyon to the top, we only went a little past halfway to the bottom. And it was pretty dramatic.
Yeah. And the temperature difference that comes with it is also pretty darn extreme, especially at the canyon.
Yeah. 8 is set aside money for souvenirs. Because if you're penny pinching, which like us, we sort of are, because college students, loans. You'll want, like, a few bucks for souvenirs. Like, I got an iron-on patch and a sticker, and she's got a really cool sticker. And you'll want
it's worth it.
It's got some cool stuff.
And, free souvenir tip, I got rocks from the bottom of the canyon. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yep. She stopped to pick up rocks.
Yeah. That's normal. Okay, number 7, $2 showers are worth it. So at the Grand Canyon, the only place where you can take showers if you're not in a hotel is
Mather Campground.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. And it's like 8 quarters that you put in for 8 minutes of a shower.
They have a change machine.
Yes. You have to have $1 bill, $5 bill, or a $10 bill. Have those. Actually, don't just have a $1 bill because that will not get you a shower. So have a $5 bill or a $10 bill. And it was like the most amazing thing because you're all dusty and hot and sweaty and gross, and then you're like, oh,
it's so rejuvenating.
Feel wonderful. Yeah.
You feel like you've slept for 10 hours last night when you didn't.
Because you had a $2 shower. I forgot what number we were at.
6. So remember where your car is. Yeah. We parked in a parking lot that we didn't know.
There's a ton of parking lots everywhere. Remember which one your car is in.
So you don't walk around all of the parking lots and have Grand Canyon security people pull over and be like, hey, are you okay? Are you lost?
With our map in the middle of the road,
yes.
like, where is the car?
We thought we were in one parking lot. We definitely were in the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. But we found it.
Eventually.
Yep. Okay, so that was number 6.
Yeah.
Number 5. Oh, this is great. Sometimes kids scream exactly what you're thinking. So we finally climbed all the way out of the canyon. There was 2 little kids with their like mohawks, and they also climbed up from the canyon. They hadn't gone nearly as far, but still, it was hard
went to,
work.
The first rest stop.
Yeah, which was like a mile and a half down. But they got to the top, and then here you have a great demonstration. This was the kid. It was so great.
So the kid like runs up the last like not even 5 feet. It was so close. And he's like, We made it! We have survived! We're at the top!
Just yes! over and over. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what my brain is saying right now.
He was like holding on to the little sign that says Bright Angel Trail this way, and he's like, yes! We did it!
I was like, true.
It was so great.
And then later on, or it was the next day or something, we were looking at this incredible view, and there's incredible views everywhere, but it was like a really cool view. And then there was this kid that goes, wow, this looks awesome! So yeah, he's not wrong.
Yep.
It was great.
Yeah. Also, side note on the little Bright Angel Trail thing, be there super early and leave as soon as you can, because if you don't, you will get stuck in the tour guides and the kids and the parents and people that just don't know how to hike and are really obnoxious.
It's like the busiest trail up and down, and I thought that when the day got hotter it would get less busy, but it actually got way worse. Yeah. So you're just like trying to be done, and there's like hordes of tourists coming at you. It was terrible.
They don't follow the rule of move over for the people that are trying to
or bring water. They also don't do that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the later tips. But
is it?
Bring tons of food and water.
Yeah.
If that isn't one of the ones we put on here.
Yeah, I feel like it should be obvious, but apparently it wasn't.
Okay, what number are we on?
4.
Rest days are important.
Yeah.
Rest days are extremely important.
Yeah, like it's great to go out and do all the things, because doing all the things is really great. But sometimes it's really important to just sit and chill for a bit.
Watch a few movies, stay inside an AC if you can.
Yeah. Just give your like brain and body time to recover.
Yeah, it's very, very good for you. You may feel like you're wasting a day, but you'll be thankful. You'll be grateful.
Okay. And the last couple are how to do the Grand Canyon for super cheap tips. This is what we found out. Number 3 is that there's bike routes all over the Grand Canyon, so you can bring your bike, and that helps you avoid. Maybe we should combine these. So number 3 and number 2, buses are free at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And there are bike routes all over the place. So the most expensive part of probably the entire trip, other than gas, was the fact that there was a parking ticket
for
sticker
$30.
thing for $30. So it was like 15 split between us, but still, it was like for one car $30 that you had to like use to get back and forth. But I was like, wow, you could really ride your bike in. It's like about 5 miles from the entrance where you have to drive in with your car and like the actual visitor center. So it wouldn't be like, yay, I biked a mile, I'm here. Like you actually would have to work a little bit. Yeah. But there's also the bus.
Yeah, so you can. If you have a bike, you can take it to the bus stations. They have a little rack on the front of the bus where you can put your bike on it. And then they will bus you straight to the canyon for free. And then you can ride your bike around the canyon. And they have some really cool trails.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that if you're more worried about like being able to get there super fast, then go ahead and get your parking ticket. But if you're trying to like do it for free, realize it's going to be like more work and you have to plan it out more and maybe bike a lot. But still, like there's a way to not have to pay the $30 parking ticket, and that's kind of nice.
So and then the last numero 10.
This one's great.
10.
I got this one. You can camp for free at the Grand Canyon. We found this out. There's this 24-mile stretch of road. There's also tons more places, but you can literally just like pull over and park at campsites. And some of them have campfires and some of them don't, but there's just people like, you just set up your tent wherever. And it's a 24-mile stretch of road, and we went like maybe half a mile down it and camp, and there's just people all around. And so it's entirely possible to just throw up a tent on the side of the road and camp.
And it's not even really on the side of the road. It was like in some forests, and the trail kind of went back even farther. So if you're going for the like uber backcountry feel when you camp, you can just keep going down that trail and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and there was like all sorts of people around that were really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Also, not everyone will speak English.
We
were not expecting this.
Yeah.
But not everyone speaks English. And
yeah, there's a lot of language I did not recognize. Yeah. The Grand Canyon brings all sorts of people from all over the country / world.
For the most part, they're all really cool. And yeah. Just, it was a shock.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Also, prepare yourself to be astounded by how amazing it is, and your brain never being able to fully figure out what your eyes are telling it that it's seeing.
Because there's literally no way to ever fully describe what the canyon looks like, or to prepare anyone for how absolutely awesome it is.
Yeah.
Like, this
Truth.
is the best we can do.
Yeah. this is not that great, so
It's really not.
you should just go. The end. Yeah.